Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Presley, and in this video, I want to give you my full review for the X-Men movie. Now, this is the very first of all the X-Men movies. My girlfriend and I are super excited to watch them. I have seen a lot of them before, but I wanted to rewatch all of them, obviously, because my girlfriend had never seen them. And we have to start with the first one, the original. This movie's just not that good. Every time I want to watch it, I'm like excited for it, I'm hyped for it, and then I actually watch it, and it's a letdown every time. Now, I want to start off with some of the positives. I really like Hugh Jackman throughout here. I think Wolverine is kind of a great character to follow for this story. I think he's fun. He's also has no idea what's going on. Like, he's trying to figure out what Xavier School of Gifted Youngsters is. He's trying to find out who Magneto is and what all these mutants are doing, why the government hates them and things like that. I think that's a really great aspect of the story. And speaking of that, I think Magneto is another really good aspect of this movie and of the story because he's a mutant. He has been hated ever since he was young because people have looked at him as a weirdo and a creep because he is a mutant. So he really wants to just gather all of his mutant friends and basically say screw you to the humans because they've treated him like garbage for his entire life. I like that aspect of it. I think Magneto's intentions have always been understandable and relatable to some people. And for that reason, I think Magneto makes for a very compelling villain at times. The one thing about Magneto's story throughout here that is a little bit weird in this first movie specifically is kind of what he wants to do to get back at the humans. He wants to make them mutants so that other people can hate them as well. It's kind of a concept that makes sense in theory, but when you play it out, it kind of feels a little bit goofy. Like, he just wants to use Rogue's power to spread mutant abilities or like some sort of mutant enhancement across the entire globe so that more mutants come out, more of them exist, and then more people can be ostracized from society so they can all feel his pain. It makes sense, but it's a little bit goofy, and I feel like they could have done a lot more with Magneto. Where this movie really doesn't work for me is just the corniness and how old it is. And again, there's a lot of amazing old movies. I love a lot of films from the 70s, 60s, even the 80s as well. But this superhero movie set in like the early 2000s, it just is so corny, it's so goofy. The Storm dialogue, especially fighting the Toad, has aged so horrendously. A lot of the dialogue has aged poorly, and the action feels underwhelming. Sabretooth is horrible in this movie. His action with Wolverine feels so goofy, and just the way he grunts and growls, it just comes off so funny. It's supposed to be menacing, it's supposed to be scary, but it really just comes off as laughable. This movie also runs in kind of the same issues that a lot of the early 2000s superhero movies have, which is that the pacing is a little bit odd. It feels very, very slow to start. The costumes, by the way, are never accurate, and I will just say that real quick. The costumes are never accurate, and I always hate that. But yes, the pacing is really, really slow, and then we start utilizing powers towards the very end of the movie. It just feels very early 2000s, very nostalgic, but also pretty corny and part of a past era. Overall, the film, it just doesn't stand up in quality to some of the other X-Men films, especially X2, Days of Future Past, or First Class. I feel like those are the best X-Men movies, and I'm excited to review those soon. But this one just doesn't hold a candle to them, and it feels underwhelming. There are a couple more things I want to say about the film. One of them being that the casting is a little bit hit or miss here. I think the casting for Wolverine is good. Charles Xavier, Magneto, pretty good. And then Cyclops is decent as well. I'm not the biggest fan of the Jean Grey casting. Oh, Storm's casting is pretty good as well. But Rogue's casting is just not good. I'm sorry. I just cringe every time I see her on screen. Sabretooth's casting is not good. And overall, it's just very hit or miss in terms of kind of these characters. So overall, yes, some people may love this film. I think a lot of people love this movie. I personally think X2 is way better, and the first X-Men movie gets a 2 out of 5 from me. I just really don't think it's very good. It's funny to watch, and it's pretty fun to watch at times. My girlfriend was a little bit bored of it. I happen to feel the same way. I think it was a little bit boring and underwhelming and feels very just old. Overall, let me know in the comments down below if you have watched X-Men already. If you have, what were your thoughts? What were your opinions? And most importantly, what was your rating? Again, I gave it a 2 out of 5, and I'm excited to watch X2. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this review. Please make sure to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you later.